Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You're here with Diva. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So today's pick a card reading is a request. It's mostly what will my future partner think of my insecurities, okay? So you have 5 piles here. You have pile 1, which is Millennium Thoth Tarot. Pile 2, which is Mystic Monday's Tarot. Pile 3 is Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot deck. Pile 4 is the Mary L Tarot, and pile 5 is Tarot of the She. So choose with your intuition, and I will see you directly there. And guys, just be cautious. I don't know who you are. I don't know who your person is. And honestly, whatever I say, there's always room for improvement, and there's always room for your own discernment. So if you know you don't have those tendencies yourself, you don't need to kind of take those, okay? So you know better than me always. So Millennium Thoth, whoever chose this deck here, welcome to your reading. Now let us see, what will your future partner think of your insecurities? You can fast forward if you want. Guys, there's no need to watch me. So what's the main situation? We have 3 of Pentacles. So your insecurity could definitely be either your stubbornness. You have a tendency to be a bit stubborn than usual, or communication might be your biggest insecurity, to kind of express how you feel or your emotions, but overall talking about it. My challenge when I'm facing you, you have the 5 of Cups. So it's definitely having missed opportunities because of miscommunication overall. And the reason why it's this way is because you have the 6 of Wands. So there's an element of you're always success oriented, or you kind of believe that you have to always work hard, and it's like things have to be more serious than they seem, or you take things more seriously than and then you have initial, which is the 10 of Wands in reverse. In the middle section, you have the 9 of Swords in reverse. So you are very anxious, or your insecurity mostly is about stubbornness and holding on to a lot of stuff, not letting it go. But then again, that also creates blockages in your relationship overall. And then you have, in the near future, you have 9 of Cups. So overall, it's more like, it's a simple thing, because I know still what your worth is, even though sometimes this is your insecurity. So you have the middle section, which is 5 of Wands. So your person does observe you a lot because they definitely like you, or they're more passionate about you. But overall, it's a person that values communication, is more grounded, is more physical, more realistic, let's say. And you know, I kind of hit the mark overall. So sometimes you feel like with your spouse or your future partner, that he sees through you overall, but it's normal because this is your future partner. So the main situation here, what does he think about your insecurity? Well, he's more solution, or she's more solution thinker type of person. So they're always going to try to communicate with you overall and express themselves regardless of how difficult it might seem, okay? My challenge when I do that though with you, it's that you kind of always want to give up on me, or you feel like you're rejected, or you feel like I'm kind of like prioritizing something else over the relationship. But that's not it overall. But that's your perception of how I'm kind of approaching it, because it's a weak point, or let's not say it's a weak point, it's a nerve element for you whenever I kind of mention certain stuff. But then again, you have your comfort zone connected to your stubbornness, and you have your own reasons why you're stubborn. But then again, I need to communicate with you so that we can definitely succeed and work hard on the relationship, regardless of how dry it might seem or not. This could be about how you see it, but then again, they are aware of it also. So it's more like you grew up in a very difficult environment, or whether it's difficult or not, you're the type that it's like, because nobody will do it, I will need to do it, or it's like it's something we need to do, so I will do it, kind of thing. So you have that kind of realistic outlook, but you're more I'm not gonna say dry, it's more like you're tough and you don't seek for, let's say, affection or emotions or connected to this. You seek those, but overall you're the more tougher type, and your person wishes to communicate with you because they want this relationship to work. Now what he thinks about it is that overall, if I were to communicate with you, that's where the success element will be, and that's where we can work harder on the relationship. I want you to collaborate with working on this with me. Basically, that's what your future spouse would think about your insecurities. It's more like it's an insecurity, but I'm more solution focused. I'm not gonna dwell on the insecurity. I know you're trying to be, stubborn. I know that's a nerve element. I know you're gonna give me the silent treatment overall, but then again, I'm the type that's gonna reach out overall, regardless of how agitated you might seem or how frustrating it is. For me, I always prioritize communication. So this is how your person will do, and the challenge I will need to face is sometimes you're gonna give me missed opportunities, or my challenge overall is that I need to communicate with you so that we're not gonna kind of waste time on, little fault elements, or it's like who to blame or kind of stuff, okay? Because perhaps you might like to blame, you have the tendency to blame, or somebody needs to be at fault, because it's that way. It's mostly you need to blame someone. Might be your tendency, or we have a tendency to blame each other, but this one, it's not a question of who's blamed for. You can blame, but then again, I'm just gonna kind of continue on with the relationship. This one, it's like, what do you want? I'll just give it to you so that you can just work on it. But then again, I'm not saying they're gonna give to you and your like tendencies will work on them. It's not that. It's more like they know what you are, what your insecurities are, because they've been observing you for quite a long time. They know you have your reasons why you are like this. And with the 10 of Wands, it's more like in the beginning, perhaps it's like, I see that you don't express yourself when you need to, so you kind of put it inside, or you keep it inside, and then it's like it becomes it's like the more you kind of keep it inside, it's like the more anxious you become, the more judgmental you become, the more toxic your tendencies will be, or you kind of like are going to think of me in a specific manner, and you're going to hold on to those elements, and then in the near future, it's like the Nine of Cups and the Empress, it's like on a physical level, you're going to show that everything's okay, and the Empress, but overall, he knows that this is your insecurity, this is your patterns, so he's always going to communicate with you, or he's going to talk to you overall so that you can express it, so that you guys can have that Nine of Cups and the Empress vibration. So what he's gonna think about it, it's more like he or she is more solution thinkers, so they're always gonna kind of communicate with you, but they know what you're thinking, how you're thinking, what you're judging, what's going on in your headspace overall, because they see it and they know what the truth is overall. So they know what their truth is, then they understand what your truth is, but they want you to speak your own truth so that you don't have this tendency of always kind of keeping it inside of you and then like lash out at the end. So it's more a person that's consistent with you. Okay, so this is what he's gonna think of your insecurities, okay? So I'm sorry if I triggered you, but you know yourself and your tendencies. If this is not resonating, then choose another pile, or basically, I do apologize if it didn't resonate, okay? So that was it, pile 1. Now pile 2, whoever chose the Mystic Monday Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy in this time. So let us see overall how your future spouse or future partner will think of your insecurities. Okay, so what I'm going to think about your insecurities. You guys can fast forward, okay? Remember, I don't know who you are, I know who your person is, and if it doesn't resonate, you know it, okay? So I don't take useless energies from my readings, okay? So it's gonna be more easier that way for everyone. And if you want to like, dislike, subscribe to my channel, donate, by all means, they're all in my description box. I don't know why I needed to say that for someone. Anyways. So let us see what will your future spouse think of your insecurities, okay? But it's more, the question was, what will my future spouse think of my insecurities? Okay? So, what's the main situation? The main situation is a 9 of Wands. So, I know you're the hardworking type, but then again, you have a certain shyness element, or it's... I'll see 1 second. Okay, I'm channeling several stuff, but I need more time. Then my challenge when I'm kind of facing your insecurity, you have the King of Swords, and this was in reverse. So your person needs to step up their game. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. And the reason why, it's the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so this one, it could be that your future spouse will have this insecurity. This is more connected, your insecurity, but it's also your partner's insecurity. Okay, it's like if your partner has a tendency to be more clingy, and when I'm saying clingy, it's not like a negative sniff. It's just, when I'm saying clingy, it's like I need partnership overall, and it's like I choose and I have attachments with my person. Okay, so you have the 5 of Wands. So you have the 2 Wands and the 5 of Wands. So I'm more not wishing to lose you overall. Okay, so you're more my 10 of Cups vibration. So your future spouse is more insecure about you leaving him because of your own insecurities than them leaving you. Okay, so this is more of a type of person that's more I kind of bond with you and I stay in the relationship. I'm more like a long term, and I don't switch my partners. Okay, so you might be more comfortable doing that because of your insecurities, perhaps, because I'm kind of, I don't want you to leave me. This one, it's like, what will your future partner think of your insecurities? Overall, your partner is more insecure than you are, 100%. He's or she's more aware of your insecurities than it's like, this is more, I'm just gonna witness the vibration as per him or her. Okay, let's say I'm looking at you and I know you're the type that it's like you're more passion oriented and you're more action oriented, and there's an element of you don't even look my way whenever you're more career focused. This one, whoever's watching me is more career focused or more like action oriented, more passion driven, more career oriented. It's like like it's not just pentacles, but it's like pentacles connected with wand energy. Okay, so you need to feel recognized. You need to, it's like you need your job, or you need recognition, you need social recognition, you need that money in the bank, or you need that work recognition element to you so that you feel good as a person. Okay, it's like if your work is not going well, you're stressing or something of the sort, I sense already that you're not in a good mood, so you have a tendency to kind of either project it on me, but I'm okay with that perhaps, or it's like you're busy with certain other stuff. You're gonna distract yourself because you're not happy where you are, or you're not happy with the situations at hand, which is not connected with me, but I'm kind of like seeing it. So this one, it's more like your insecurities could be connected with your job, with your recognition, with your dreams, with your bucket list, etc. Now this one, it's more like I'll try to kind of moderate or balance it out. Like It's more like I'll observe you and I'll kind of make sure that you have that like freedom element to go partying and like release yourself and then come back. Something of the sort like that. It's a person that doesn't want you to break up with them. This girl or this guy doesn't want you to break up with them, but they're kind of aware of the fact that if work is not good, then you need to kind of release it somewhere else, so you need to kind of balance your lifestyle a bit. It's like if you need that vacation, I'll make sure that I'll book that vacation for you. I'll make sure you're comfortable overall. I want you to kind of be happy when you're with me overall, so it's more that way. So what do they think about your insecurities? It's more I'm insecure when you're insecure, okay? Like I'm insecure when you're insecure. Okay, so I don't want you to be insecure overall, because when you're insecure, you have a tendency to leave me alone, okay? And I don't want you to leave me alone. And my challenge here with the King of Swords is more to kind of be more rational, connected to you, but then again, or face your intimidation, because you might project yourself on me. Could be that way, okay? But it's a person that's more okay, let's go more facing the truth realistically, okay? For some of you, I'm covering up the fact that, okay, I am more clingy type. I'm more codependent on you. So I'm good when you're good, okay? When you're not good, then perhaps I might kind of accept you kind of projecting your stress on me, okay? And then kind of leaving me behind and doing what you want to do until you kind of feel refreshed and you come back to me, okay? So it's very triggering elements I'm kind of expressing here, but then again, I'm gonna say that you already know these tendencies. So what they're gonna think about it is more like, if you were to project yourself on me, then I'll feel very rejected. But overall, I don't wanna leave you. I don't want to give up on you overall. But my challenge is to face you when you're the coldest and you're the more like rational, bold, and your bold criticism, or your the way you're gonna kind of talk to me or express yourself to me or treat me is gonna be ice cold, like not rational, like more rational than compassionate. So it's more like in the initial, it's more like I'm gonna kind of try to balance it out. With the two ones in the middle section, it's more like I'll let you go on your own journey. And basically, it's more like go with the flow with you. So it's more like I will absorb your uh, bad behaviors, okay? And I'll say it's okay because I like you that much. I depend on you that much, okay? So it's more like, I'm not going to say victim mentality, because we're not going to trigger people, but it is that way if we're going psychological more. It's like I'm absorbing your negativity, or I'm kind of facing it. But then again, if I'm married to you, or if I'm your partner, if this is a female or it's a male, they're still gonna say it's okay, because this is part of who you are overall. And with the Five of Wands, I'll just observe you, and I'll kind of focus more on the benefits of you being with me in a relationship than the fact that you're mistreating me sometimes when business is not doing well, okay? So it's more of a person that is more foolish, okay? It is the word foolish. But it's like, just be careful of how you're kind of projecting yourself and thinking of the fact that if ever I were to do that to you, how would you take it? It's more like be more compassionate there when you're kind of in your coldest vibration. This is more about you I'm talking about, okay? But your person is definitely gonna take all the burdens, kind of thing. It's like if you're projecting yourself on me verbally or behavioral wise, it's more colder. I'm not saying you're abusive. It could go more verbal abuse, your tendencies. Your insecurities come out in the form of manifest themselves in the form of verbal abuse. Let's say you kind of use insulting words, or it's like you kind of degrade your person a bit, or you kind of judge your person a bit when you're not in a good mood overall, okay? I'm not saying you're like this all the time. It's not intense situation. It could be, you will know that much, but it's more a question of you're not really compassionate. There's no element of love when you're in that bad vibration, and when business is not going well, or it's like when you feel like you're hustling a bit, that's where you're kind of really in a low or not a good mood, and I need to feel rejected or dejected. But I love you, that's why I want to be in a relationship. So it's okay for me to hold on to this. And it's more like your person has an intense focus because their focus is more on relationship and kind of fighting or kind of sacrificing for the relationship than to have a more like personal ego kind of thing. As if like if I was more egoistic or I was more like you, I would argue with you all the time. But this one, it's not that I'm gonna argue. I'm gonna allow you to release yourself, and I will fight for the relationship overall. So you have a good catch here if you want to go long term. Now, it's more a question of if you were in my shoes, let's say in your person's shoes, would you accept somebody to kind of abuse you verbally like this every time that their work is not going or they're not in a good mood? Now, if you're comfortable another person doing this to you, then I'm going to say you can do this to your person. But if your person doesn't do that, I'm telling you your person will kind of have certain mental issues sooner or later in the relationship. And other people are going to mistreat your person in front of you. And then you can't blame other people for doing that, because your person is going to be always in the specific vibration with you that if I'm always in the victim mentality, other people are going to allow themselves to scream at me or abuse me verbally. You might not be there when it happens, but your person will kind of suffer that kind of vibration. Now, if you really love your partner, I'll say just be extra cautious whenever you have those tendencies. Okay, so I'm just saying it's like an FYI. Anyways, you're an adult at this point, so it's none of my business how you guys deal with the relationship afterwards. Okay, so that was it, pile 2. Now pile 3, whoever chose Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck, welcome to your reading. So I hope you're all safe and healthy. And just remember, guys, I don't know who you are, I don't know who your person is, and if ever I say triggering elements, because we're talking about what will your future spouse think of your insecurities and how they manifest in the relationship, basically. Okay? So you know better than me, you know yourself better than me. Okay, so if ever I say certain things and you know that it's not resonating or it's not part of your tendencies, then by all means, you're always right. Okay? And you can fast forward until I'm done with the shuffling, okay? Okay. Pile 1. I said pile 1. So for some of you, pile 1 and pile 3 could be connected. So this is the main situation. So you have 8 of candles. So 8 of wands is your insecurity and in reverse, as from their perspective, okay? So what will your future partner think of your insecurities? And then my challenge when I'm facing you, you have the Queen of Candles. Okay. Okay, and the reason why it's that way, it's the 8 of Needles in reverse with the 9 of Needles in reverse and one more. Page of Candles. Very interesting. In the initial energy, you have the 9 of Candles, a lot of Wands energy. So 9 of Wands in reverse with Page of Needles. In the middle section, we have the 3 of Presents, 3 of Pentacles, and it wants to stay in reverse, so I'll just leave it reverse. With the 2 of Presents, so 2 of Pentacles with the 3 of presence. I don't know. I'm channeling. You might have like I'm not gonna say gambling. You might be the more fiery type of person. So if you're more fiery, let's say, and you have a tendency to find yourself distractions, be it in the form of gambling, be it in the form of drinking, or even girls like brotels and stuff like that. Your person, your insecurities manifest themselves in that way. So it's, you're more the type that's more passion driven. It's like passionate. You kind of are adrenaline junkie sometimes. What will they think of your insecurities? You go crazy on passion. It's like you go abusive a bit, okay? This one, it's more like you go abusive for things. And why I'm kind of looking at it that way is because sometimes you get like bruises, or people, it's like you take things people take to give you in the form of a defense, like personally. So it's like with the Nine of Needles, it's like you start kind of uh it's like this is more a way you kind of release, okay? So you as a person might have a lot of distractions, or uh tendencies that are more drinking habits. I don't want to say fucking habits, but it's like you kind of like to release yourself in the form of exercise, okay? um Whenever you don't feel good, okay? This one, it's more you're the, I don't want to say the easy type. It's just that it's like if ever you were hurt by someone, or somebody told you something and you took it really personally, you're the type that's more like you don't say anything, you don't like argue with the person who hurt you. What you do is you leave it inside, but then again, it's like you seek for distraction. So it's like if there's a party and I was kind of like I failed an exam, or it's like I was rejected from something, or somebody told me something and I really took it to heart, I'm the type that will do something extreme. Like I will go on a roller coaster ride, and I will kind of release my adrenaline rush there. It's like that's the way you kind of release the stress. So with you, it's more you need distractions, you need like third parties, or you need like drinking, you need to go out with your friends, you need to kind of rebel a bit so that you can definitely feel good and sexy at the end of the day. So your person is very aware of these tendencies. They know you kind of are the type that's more passion driven, and it's like anxiety, you don't like to feel conflicted in that, or even if you're conflicted in those things, the fact that you're kind of like drinking, it's like release for you. But then again, perhaps for some of you are not aware that these tendencies can definitely create addictions. So you have more addictions, and you rely on your addictions overall. And my challenge when I'm kind of facing you as your life partner is to kind of be more like give you that freedom to release yourself overall, and not kind of control you more, because you already are not controllable, okay? So it's more a person or a girlfriend or a wife or a husband that's aware that it's like you had a bad day, so you start drinking. It's like I come home and I see that whiskey bottle on the table, I will really not let's say I'm not gonna bother you overall. I might be the type that will sit down and drink with you overall, and I'm gonna let you get drunk on it, and then if you want to dance, we'll dance, or I'll give you the lap dance or something of the sort, so that you can release it. For some, if your wife or your husband is more smarter type, they'll let you indulge in those addictions and kind of indulge. It's like be there with you and have fun with you, because you seek to have fun whenever you're not really in a good mood, okay? So when I'm saying distractions or third parties, it's like you like to have fun when you feel your lowest, okay? So it's more like if I'm really smart, well, for some of you, your partner will be the more smarter type, because they're aware of your tendencies and they know that you need to feel a bit like good. You need to seek that element of feeling good, be it smoking that weed that makes you feel good, be it sleeping with a sexy female or a sexy male is going to make you feel good. I don't know, like getting something good about yourself, okay? But it's more like it could be connected to Alcohol, I said, brothel. So it's more like, I know it's a fit. It's a temporary, short-term something. And I know that you are the softy type. It's not that you're not, okay? It's more that I know you're more passion driven, so I'll just let you kind of do what you need to do. And it's like with the Page of Needles and the Ten of Candles, it's more like release yourself. And it's like with the Three of Presents, it's more like, I know you're trying to collaborate with yourself, but you're juggling at the same time. So it's more like you want to juggle, you want to see your options, and definitely you're not afraid to kind of indulge in those elements. And then with the Fool, it's more like come back, and it's more like a type of person that's aware and they're more open-minded, this one. So if you have those tendencies, I'll let you kind of do them and then come back home. Or it's like, I'll let you go have fun with your friends, get drunk as much as you want, and then come back home and deal with the risks that are connected to it. Because it's more a type of person that is more independent. So if you're the more codependent on third parties, this is more a person that's more self-sufficient. And they're aware of these tendencies and they've chosen to be with you overall, okay? So I'm just kind of telling you this because with the Five of Needles, it's more like, if I were to argue with you and face you, you're always going to be more egoistic, let's say. And you're going to be definitely Seven of Needles, more deceptive and more hurtful. So I'm more the type that's going to be like, perhaps I tried dealing with you and trying to tame you once or twice in the relationship in the long term, let's say. And I saw that the more I'm kind of like trying to control you, let's say, you're being more deceptive that way and you're being more hurtful to me than me just not caring at all and say that, look, I'm gonna accept you the way you are. And it's like, if you need to go and drink and, you know, humiliate yourself like that, or it's like you need females to dance on you or lap dance on you, or you need sexy men to kind of make you feel good, then I'm not gonna sit down and argue with you. I'm kind of like aware of the fact that you're more soft sensitive and you don't like to feel self-pity, or you don't like to kind of face it head on, let's say. You need to kind of release it with third parties. Then it's more like, look, it's like with the Nine of Candles, I'm understanding that it's difficult for you to kind of get hurt. You're very, very sensitive. And with the Page of Needles, it's more like you are the smart type, but you need that having fun vibration. So it's either I will have fun with you, as if like I'm a stranger that night and I'm kind of like having fun with you, or if you want to have fun, I will have fun with you. It's more that way. It's more like how you release. It could be distractions, but overall what you're seeking for is to have fun, okay? It's to have fun overall. So your person is aware of that. And with the Queen of Candles, my challenge here is to be more confident, more self-sufficient, and it's like not get hurt overall. So keep my own confidence. I'm still lovable. You still love me. It's not that you don't love me. It's because this is how you just release yourself overall. So this is more a person that could be more intelligent, as I mentioned, and they're more open-minded, that they're kind of allowing you to go on yourself and have fun and just come back home overall, okay? Instead of kind of getting hurt or making you feel hurt or hurting you even more by trying to control you. So it's more this one, what your future spouse think about it. It's more like, I need to let you go have fun. Either I have fun with you and we don't get hurt in the process, or you go have fun, you do your stuff, you do you get drunk, you kind of play with females, you sleep with females or males. It's up to you to discern, and then you come back home feeling more comfortable, okay? So this is definitely a very strong person, and if they're married, they're not the type necessarily to kind of divorce you for that. So congratulations for having a good catch, this one. Regardless of you sleep with females or you gamble the money, it's more you take responsibility for it, and then I'm not necessarily responsible for you overall. That's on. You take care of your own shit, basically. So I'm more self-sufficient, I have more money in the bank, and your bank is not connected with mine. So it's that way, this one. It's more contracts. You want to do this? Go do it, baby. come back home. It's like Monaco vibes a bit. It's like we have money perhaps, or you have money, or I have money also. It's not you have money and I have money. It's more like you have money, you go and do your thing, and you come back home. That's it. Whatever happened in Vegas kind of thing, both for you and for me. Okay, you can't meddle, and it's like if you're like this, then again I am independent also. So it's more open, contractual, and you know, we might have money or we might not have money, but I'm more self-sufficient, and you might have your own money also, and you just kind of have fun. Go have fun, baby. Sometimes I will have fun with you, or depending on your mood and what you're seeking for, I'll just let you go. So this is more like an open relationship overall. Okay, so that was it, pile 3. Now pile 4, whoever chose Marielle Tarot, welcome to your reading. I hope you're all safe and healthy this time. So guys, this one, pile 4. So Marielle Tarot. The question is, what will my future partner think of my insecurities? So what will your future spouse think of your insecurities? I had the Sun card flip many, many times. So I'll keep that in mind.